Hello, assassinators. I'm not sure why I did that again, but hopefully I don't have to worry about doing it again. And this will be the last time I'll be making uh, like a part sequel clip of the AEW review video on tonight on June 26th. But as I was saying, this is where we saw Thomas Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa are blaming each other for knocking out Mariah May, which we got Thomas Tony Storm like, look what you done to Mariah May. This is where we got Mina's like, no, look what you made me did to Mariah. This is where they are saying like, all right, girl, I'm gonna make sure you're gonna pay for this at this Sunday. It's like, no, you. And this is where they're getting held back by the referee, so they won't. No, they won't. So they won't. Won't do what they're gonna about to do this Saturday at on tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. And there's like save it for this Sunday for your big title match. This is where they're like, okay, we will. And this is where. And that's where then we got Thomas Tony Storm hilarious. He said, "How dare you?" So like a 60-year-old grandma that's still in Hollywood somewhere, like in movie roles. The way she said, like she can know how to play this part, like play the heck out of this part. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Hollywood noticed her and they're gonna be putting her in movies, and then she's gonna be more popular than she is as a pro wrestler. That's only if she's into acting and into entertainment outside of the in-ring grappling business. But anyway, that's where we got a vignette of the hype up title for title match between the CEO and TBS champion Mercedes Moné taking on the New Japan Strong Women's Champion Stephanie Vacuer again, like when they've been doing for the last couple of weeks. But after they showed like what happened, like what it feels like from the past couple of weeks, like with the CEO training, and then with Stephanie Vacuer defending her New Japan Strong Women's title last Friday on CMLL's latest event, which I forget who she faced for that championship, defending that championship at the CMLL pay-per-view event. But we saw the appearance of the CEO herself, and that's where they got into a fight, which we got Monet kind of teased that she's going to be holding on to both straps, which I was saying, like, I hope that does happen, because that not only, like, she will be the first ever AEW women to do so, like, because she's, like, third place overall with Pac being the first one of holding the AEW International and the AEW Trios Championship. Well, it was actually the All Atlantic Championship at the time a couple years ago. And also second goes to Eddie Kingston, because he was holding the Ring of Honor World Championship and the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. And then he eventually held the Continental Championship, being the a triple champion, being the first ever doing so in all of AEW. But this is where we got Mercedes Moné was starting to sound like Dora again, saying like, "Hola, so Mercedes." Like, well, she didn't do all that, but she just loved this catchphrase much as the Spanish Explorer from Nickelodeon does. Like with her saying that, this is where then she took off her shades. This is where she was like. And that's where then she and she was like, I was just at your home place in Mexico at CMLL this past Friday, but now here I am in Buffalo, New York this Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. And then I'm thinking in my head, like, where the hell are you at, Stephanie? Like, you just no-showed again? Like, you must have been. Like, you must be afraid when I beat your ass last weekend, and then I was high above you, and I was showing a preview of AEW Forbidden Door, holding up not only my TBS champion, but also the New Japan Strong Championship that was supposed to be meant for me about over 12 months ago. That's where she was like. And she was like, and that's what exactly what I'm going to do exactly at Forbidden Door, because that's what I told you. Like, it's like you're gonna pay when you mess with the money. And then this is where then she then did a little chuckle. She was like, and I heard that you're gonna have a match this Saturday at AEW Collision. Like right here, exactly right in Buffalo, New York. And then this is where she was like, what's up, everybody? This is where the fans start cheering. Even though she was backstage with this promo, this is where then she this is where then she gave a huge grin by saying, like, I guess the TBS champion is going to be making her way to Collision and making her first debut appearance on that on Saturday Night Show. And which is gonna be live on TNT, by the way. I'm sitting ringside with Nigel McGuinness and what's his name, Tony Schiavone, I believe, which I believe he's the replacement of Kevin Kelly. But anyway, this is where we got the Mercedes Moné's like, so enjoy your final day as the New Japan Strong Women's Champions for the next 4 days. That's what she said. Yeah, from the last 4 days, she was like, but this Sunday, I'm gonna be righting my wrongs, like, and continuing to do that, like what I've been missing for the last year, like. And then this is where she was like, in 2 belts, Monet. Well, she's just gonna change everything. And she was like, see you this Saturday. And that's where she gave a huge grin with her teeth out. This is where we got Chris Jericho coming out, like, with his Learning Tree group, and this is where they filed a complaint onto what's their names? Team Samoa Joe, Katsuyori Shibata, and Hook. This is where they did it in the most professional way, like in the most happy way. This is where then we got Big Bill's like, he's like, this is where Big Bill starts like, Joe, Hook, and Shibata, like look what you guys done to our apple right here in the middle. Like, you took him out and you had the nerve to challenge us to do a 6-man tag match, knowing that one of our our third member of the Learning Tree is no longer in shape. That's gonna be available for this match. And then this was like, but like, in the wise words, like, of the sensei of the Sickums, like, and the Learning Tree teacher himself, Chris Jericho. And that's where there was a mix cheers and boos all around the arena, which there's some Jericho fans and there's some Jericho haters. This is where then we got Big Bill was like there's when there's one door closes, like another door, like perhaps a forbidden door, like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and like, did you see me what I did there? There's her fans like, totally, like, I wonder where he's coming from. This is where then we got him asking Chris Jericho that. He's like, yeah, I get you, like, I see what you said. This is where he said, like, one door closes, another door, or should I say a forbidden door will open. And then he's like, yeah, you see that I did that? This is where Jericho was like, he's like, and this is where our fans say, like, yeah, I see what you're doing. Like, I hope it's some kind of a debut of someone that's going to be on AEW. This is where Big Bill's like, yeah, he sees what I'm talking about. And I was like, like, I hope it's not a former certified G, a certain certified G that's also a bona fide stud, I believe that's it called. And you couldn't teach that or something down the lines. I don't know. Like, we could see that happening, but we still do not know who exactly going to be the replacement of Brian Keith against Team Joe. I mean, we could see Brian Keith could heal up as soon as he can. Hardly a possibility. But this is where we got this is where Chris Jericho didn't start waving to everybody. Like, hey guys, like, anybody miss me? I sure miss you guys. Like, hello, everybody in Buffalo, and hello, you guys at home as well that's watching around the globe. And this is where Chris Jericho's like, well, for those that knows me, like, I've been in AEW for one reason, and that's that one reason only. Like, I'm just here for the young guys. And then this is where fans are, oh, that's so. And this is where Chris Jericho's like that. And that's why I bring them up to the Jericho Vortex. Like, and so I can help their careers out, like, including the Redwood and the Bad Apple right here on my left. And that's where it's not fair that Samoa Joe and Hook and Shibata hurt the Bad Apple in his arm. Like, but Samoa Joke, and this is where he purposely said Samoa Joke, like jokingly nicknaming him that, I guess you could say, calling him a joke, like, which I think is everything but a joke. But since Jericho came up with that line, it it's very hilarious. And I was thinking to myself, like, reconsidering, like, should I give this the number one spot? And I was like, you know what? Like, maybe I'll reconsider the second spot to Chris Jericho, I guess, and I'll give the Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa shimmy dance, along with Thomas Tony Storm doing it with them, get the third spot, because this was second best hilarious, like next to MJF's line, like earlier, like with Daniel Garcia. This what. That's where the Chris Jericho's like, because like we're not gonna waste no time because we found another partner. Like he's one of the toughest men that I ever met, like in the history of my time in Japan. Like, and I've been in Japan for almost 60 times, which that's quite a lot, like itself. Like even though that's not much that compared to other wrestlers, he's like, but just like the acclaim on the video with Hiroshi Tanahashi, we got a video from this guy as well. Like, and then we haven't watched it yet because I thought I might share it with all of one of you and watch it for the very first time all together with all my branches and students right here behind me. And this is where fans like, yeah, we're your branches. Like this is where we got Big Bill and Brian Keefe was like, yeah, and this is where Brian Keefe started acting like Goldberg, saying like when Goldberg does not like when people disrespect legends. He does not like when people disrespect Chris Jericho. But anyway, this is where we got Chris Jericho like, you're gonna learn a hard lesson from the learning tree. Yeah, you're not gonna like. And in case of you, that's a Rama. Am I right? He's like, but here he is, that a fellow wrestling